Hello everyone, welcome back to Get Your Mind Right Barbecue. I'm Tommy D. It's Memorial Day weekend. It's time to get outside and do some smoking and grilling. And that's what we're here to do today. I did a pork butt on Mother's Day. I've done millions of them. This is kind of my specialty item here when it comes to pork. My neck of the woods, this is what we do. Boston butt, pork butt. Today I'm doing something special that I've never done before. I'm going to let one ride the whole time unwrapped on the smoker, low and slow. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning. Let's get this baby prepared. We're not going to wrap it. I usually wrap it with aluminum foil. Like I said, I'm going to let this go the whole time. 225, we're going to build up that good bark on the outside. And I'm looking forward to it. I've never really did one this way. I've always feared that it would taste bitter. But anyway, you can't learn how to do good barbecue until you fail. So we're going to try something new today and give it a good shot. So get your mind right and stay tuned, folks. Okay, now that we've got our pork butt ready, out of the packaging, washed it off, trimmed it up, patted it down dry with a paper towel. First things first is we need a binder. You can use oils, olive oils. I like using traditional yellow mustard. It really doesn't give it any flavor, but it does a real good job of adhering that rub to the outside edge. So basically I just give it a real light coat, rub it down on all four sides, on the back, sides, everywhere. Make sure you get up underneath that flap there as well too. You want to get some rub underneath there. Turn it over. There's the fat cap. Since we'll be cooking this one no wrap style, I usually would trim. This is a pretty big fat cap here. It's over 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to be cooking this fat side down on my Camp Chef DLX Pro, my OG model. I really want this fat cap. I didn't trim any of it off because I want it to protect the meat, because we will not be wrapping this pork butt like I said before. So that'll serve as protection from that heat. This is going to take a long time, folks. That's why we're up early this morning. I'd like to thank Babe too for getting up early and filming me this morning. So basically that's it for the binder. Just give it a good rub down with your favorite oil. I like to use yellow mustard. It works great. Okay, now that we've got our mustard binder on our pork butt, it's time to get some good rub on it. Shout out to Stripling's General Store in Watkinsville. I'm using Wicked Q Sweet Georgia Heat. I thought this would be something special today since it's going to be near 100 degrees. The summer's here in Georgia, so that's sweet Georgia heat. We're going to get some sweet Georgia heat on this big old pork butt. So Stripling's General Store in Watkinsville, Wicked Q, these guys won a contest at the University of Georgia having the best vinegar barbecue sauce. I like supporting local barbecue companies. That's what the barbecue family is all about, is supporting each other. We're going to give this a try. Once again, Wicked Q Sweet Georgia Heat. It's got a little kick to it, got a little sweet to it. I'm looking forward to it. So basically we're just going to get a high paprika rub. You can use any rub you would like. You can make your own. You know, just give it a good shake. We want to get some good color. We want to create that good bark. That's what cooking these unwraps is all about, really, is getting that good bark on the outside where you can get a real good taste, a real good color. And I'm just going to give it a good shake all around, all sides. I'm not going to put as much on this back side on that fat cap as I usually would because it's so thick. But most of that's going to render down anyway, that fat, as we cook, low and slow. Stay tuned, folks. Hello everyone, Wicked Q Sweet Georgia Heat. Got some new rub we're trying out today. Let me flip this big butt over. Get some of the Sweet Georgia Heat on the back side. It's got, I tasted, it's got a good little kick to it, good little bite with the heat. It's got the sweet. These people are out of Watkinsville, Georgia. I think they're on Facebook here. Shout out to them. I'm going to tag them. I like supporting the local barbecue companies, rub companies. You can get this at Stripling's General Store in Watkinsville, Georgia. I'm going to get this butt rubbed down and get it on the smoker. Happy Memorial Day. Get your mind right, baby. Okay, now that we got our pork butt rubbed down, we got the binder on, we got the rub on, Most importantly is we want to get this pork butt or any piece of meat that we're smoking out of the refrigerator. That's why I had to get up a little bit earlier, so this meat can kind of come to room temperature. We don't want to put it on the smoker cold. So you want to get it out of the refrigerator, get it out of its packaging, get your binder on, get your rub on, and let this sit up for at least 30 minutes to an hour. I like for the rub to sit up for at least 30 minutes minimum. That way it can start tacking up. You can see some of that moisture in that meat starting to come through on the top of that rub. I'll meet you outside and we'll get this big boy on the grill, on the smoker. Get your mind right, baby. All right, outside, got the butt on the smoker using my Camp Chef DLX Pro. I'm using it on the high smoke setting. That's about 220. Shout out to B&B Charcoal using a 50-50 mixture of pecan and cherry pellets. Got my ThermoPro here to monitor my internal temp of the meat and my grill grates. We're going to shut this lid. We're going to go 220, 225. Okay, pork butt's been on for about three and a half hours. I've added my probe, my ThermoPro, so I can monitor my internal temps. We're looking to get this pork butt up to 198, 200 degrees. We're going to shut the lid. From here on out, about every hour, we're going to give it a spritz of our concoction here. Basically what it is 1 cup of apple juice, a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. Nothing fancy. Just going to give it a quick little spritz. Get that lid shut down. We're looking for that bark to get golden. That sugar in that apple juice is going to golden up, give it a good rich color, brown it up a little bit. Stay tuned, folks. Look at there, look at there. Pork butt's looking good. Getting that good color. That wicked Q is coming through. Got my temp up to 159. We still got about 40 points to go. Going to give it a little spritz. Again, this is 1 cup of apple juice to a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. Just a little spritz. Make sure you get the back as well. We're going to do this every hour until we reach that magic number, 198. Then we'll take it off and let it rest. Get your mind right. All right, folks, I just gave it another spritz. This pork butt's been on for about 8.5 hours. Internal temps are reading about 175. Tennessee Mojo's the one that finally inspired me. He did one a couple of weeks ago. Mojo Barbecue, Memphis and May Rib Champion. Congratulations, sir. He inspired me to do this no wrap butt. On his Camp Chef, he did one a few weeks back, so I'm going to jack mine up, the temp up to 275, let these last 2 hours go. He said that's what really made the difference. So let's jack this thing up to 275 and see what we got. Stay tuned. All right, we've hit the magic number, 198. It took exactly, oh man, about 10 hours and 45 minutes. That 275 really helped it, and it looks delicious. I can't wait to try this. I'm going to get this in an aluminum pan, put a little tin foil and tint it. I'm going to put it in my Yeti cooler. Okay, I've took the plug out. I think that's important. I want this butt to stop cooking gradually, so I want to get some air in there to help it. If you don't have a plug or a cooler that has a plug, open the lid up every 10-15 minutes. I'm going to let this rest for an hour and then we're going to dig in. Stay tuned. Okay, folks, about 10.5 hours, 11 hours on this pork butt, no wrap. The sweet Georgia heat is just sweet Georgia heat. It's hot outside and this thing is scorching hot, but look at the red color that it gave it. Absolutely beautiful. Let's check that thermometer. Yeah, there we go. Clean bone. So it's done. I mean, this, I got to give this bark a taste. I've been looking at it in this cooler. Definitely better bark. You can taste that Georgia sweet heat. It's got that bark bite to it, and then underneath it you can get that. I think the pork actually is flavored more this way. We'll see as we get down into it and as I pull it. If you like what we're doing here, give us a thumbs up, a like. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Get your mind right barbecue. No wrap. I can't even talk, it's so juicy in my mouth. I got to get my mind right. You too. Thank you. Have a good Memorial Day.